There's going to be no altcoin season. It's never going to happen. It's only a Bitcoin-only season. It's all about the ETFs, blah, 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 blah. Simply, probably not true.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul Pal dives into Solana's dip, financial conditions, economic weakness, the dollar's role, and Trump's tariffs. He also breaks down crypto cycles, Bitcoin, altcoins, and market volatility. Let's see what he predicts next.
When that starts coming above 50, what happens is altcoins tend to outperform. Now, there's all this bullshit online. There's going to be no altcoin season. It's never going to happen. It's only a Bitcoin-only season. It's all about the ETFs, blah, 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 blah. Simply, probably not true. Again, we deal in a world of probabilities and no certainties, but probabilistically speaking, as the business cycle accelerates, people go further out the risk curve because they have more money. You're earning more money, your mortgage has gone down, you have higher savings, you can recycle them into assets. It happens at corporate level too, as corporate earnings go up and the overvaluation that people are scared about of the stock market, well, that all becomes noise as well because earnings expand. And then those earnings get recycled into investments and the market goes higher. So altcoins should outperform in the next phase once we get out of this corrective phase. Okay, let's look at these corrective phases. If you guys have got this far and followed me, we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20% plus pullbacks. And you can't remember those. You might remember the last summer one because that was pretty miserable, but that's it. We deal with this. The volatility is a feature, not a bug. You need the volatility to drive these massive rips when they come. So that's where we are. We've seen this. We should be somewhere close to bottoming. Now, with those 7 pullbacks, we've still had 600% returns from the low. Again, you've forgotten about those because you're like, oh my God, it got to 110 and now it's at 80. It's like, it's all fucking noise, kids. Really, honestly. When we go back to 2017, it was more violent because Bitcoin was earlier in its adoption phase and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 30% plus pullbacks, some of them at 40%. So this is more like Solana now, which is more volatile because it's earlier in the cycle. It's more like Ethereum. It's more like others. So this gives you the contextualization of what you're going to have to stomach to make the money. To unfuck your future, you're going to have to learn to deal with volatility. And if you've got any spare income and you can invest, you can buy some of these dips, but be careful later in the cycle. You don't want to overextend when you should be thinking about how do I take money off. But we're far too early for that yet. I talked about we could take lifestyle chips off sometime in the first quarter. Looks like it's pushed out to the second quarter. I'll keep you updated when that happens. But again, I'm very chill about this. When you zoom out, Bitcoin is just retesting where it broke out from. That's it, guys. It's hardly a big deal. When we look at the RSI of Bitcoin, it's like the second most oversold it's been in this entire cycle. These are opportunities. When it gets this oversold, yes, it can chop around a bit at those lows, might even make a new low, might chop, rally, new low, which will then diverge on the RSI. But it's telling you 1 month from now, prices will start climbing for sure. They'll be higher than here. And then 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, we should have much higher prices. So once we've got the corrections out of the way, you start to look forward to, okay, now I can get some real price action going again. So that's to come. When we look at Solana, everyone's like, oh my God, Solana, look at the price. It's just gone back into the range. So we had the kind of the meme mania peak. Then we've taken off the memes. Solana got the most oversold it's been, I think, pretty much since the FTX days. It's oversold versus Global M2. It should be fine going forwards. It's a very clean market. There will be plenty of on-chain activity in Solana as we go forwards. It's a broad, deep, rich ecosystem.
Switzerland's central bank has ruled out Bitcoin as a reserve currency, citing its extreme volatility and lack of liquidity. Swiss National Bank, SNB, Chief Martin Schlegel emphasized that a good currency must be stable and easily accessible, something he believes Bitcoin fails to provide. Speaking to the Tamedia Media Group, Schlegel noted that the SNB requires highly liquid reserves to act swiftly in financial markets, a necessity that cryptocurrencies do not currently meet. He dismissed Bitcoin as a niche asset used mainly for speculation, raising concerns about its security risks, given that it is essentially just software. Despite this stance, Switzerland is facing growing calls for a referendum to mandate Bitcoin as part of its national reserves. A popular initiative launched in December 2024 is gathering momentum, with organizers aiming to collect 100,000 signatures by June 2026. If successful, this could force the SNB to reconsider its position. However, recent turmoil in the cryptocurrency market has intensified skepticism, with Bitcoin plunging below $80,000 for the first time since November. The market's total value has dropped to $2.87 trillion, with losses exceeding $1.7 trillion. The latest downturn was triggered by investor panic over looming tariffs proposed by President Donald Trump. On Friday, risk-sensitive currencies, including the Australian dollar, tumbled as Bitcoin nosedived, while the US dollar strengthened as a safe haven. Trump's announcement of 25% tariffs on Mexican and Canadian goods, alongside an additional 10% duty on Chinese imports set to take effect on March 4, has added to market uncertainty, fueling further sell-offs in digital assets.
So nothing to worry about. And I think many of the memes, or a few of the memes, will be Phoenix, the rise from the ashes. We will see some great recoveries in some of that stuff too. But remember, that's only for 10% of our portfolio. The risky stuff is 10%. Solana is a core position for most people, and that's a good one. The core positions that I talk about for most people will vary depending on your case. But, I've always used Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, and I use SUI as a higher beta bet because I think that's going to do well this cycle. Again, you may choose different names. You may have XRP, you may have something else. That's fine. You do you, I'll do me. Let's just wish each other the best because that's all we want to do. We want everybody to do well out of this. If this is going to go from $3 trillion as a market cap to $100 trillion, we want everybody to make as much money as possible, and we can fuck it to the banking system and everybody else. We deserve this. This is our system. It's made for us, and it's ours to capture. Help each other out is the key thing, and not fight with each other. Fear and greed. Everyone's fearful as shit right now. It collapsed down to 20, so super fearful. Again, these tend to be good inflection points to start thinking about absorbing. We're seeing exactly the same in equities, funnily enough. The NASDAQ, we've suddenly gone to this massive bearish sentiment. 80% of all surveys are bears. Those tend to lead to almost V-shaped recoveries. So now, can we have another, one or two sharp sell-offs around these levels? Possibly. But basically, it's telling us everyone's got way too bearish, worrying about global growth. They're not seeing that was something that happened last year. The forward-looking indicators are doing the opposite. So, your Tesla stock, your Coinbase stock, all of these things that you own, they should be fine going forwards. We've just had a growth scare driven by the dollar and driven by financial conditions. That has passed. The dollar is weakening and rates are coming lower. So when I put my DMARC indicators on top, which are my favored technical analysis indicators, we're at day 6 of a 9 count. So it tells us probably in the next 3 days, this will all be done. Is the low in already? I think it probably is. But could we kind of bounce, have another stab at the low, whatever? Day 9, that would be fine. For the NASDAQ, because it's not open on weekends, it looks like it's kind of Wednesday that it does it. Almost everything has the same set of indicators right now. So it's because it's all driven by the same thing. So it tells us that all of this stuff that's making everyone nervous, should be over by the by the middle of next week. And then we can go to the healing phase, and then again, we can start rising. The healing phase, who knows? Could be 2 weeks, could be a month. But the back end of March, we should start to see prices accelerate. And then April, May, June, we should see some really significant price action as the second phase of the banana zone kicks in.
XRP's price has surged by 8% on March 1, recovering from recent market lows as optimism grows around a potential dismissal of Ripple's legal case with the SEC. Following a rough week for the crypto market, XRP now trades at $2.17, bouncing 12% from its recent low of $1.94. The renewed bullish sentiment stems from speculation that the SEC may soon drop its lawsuit against Ripple, which has weighed on XRP for years. The agency has recently closed cases against other crypto firms, leading investors to believe that Ripple could be next in line for a resolution. While no official announcement has been made, the mere possibility of a settlement or dismissal has fueled buying pressure and improved market confidence. Adding to the momentum, large XRP holders, commonly referred to as whales, have been aggressively accumulating the token amid the recent price drop. On-chain data reveals that addresses holding between 1 million and 100 million XRP have collectively increased their holdings by 440 million XRP since February 24, an investment worth nearly $1 billion. This level of accumulation suggests that influential market participants see XRP's recent dip as a buying opportunity, reinforcing the idea that the asset could be gearing up for a more sustained recovery. XRP's price chart is also showing signs of a potential V-shaped recovery, a bullish pattern that occurs when an asset sharply rebounds after a steep decline. Currently, XRP is trading just below a critical resistance zone between $2.35 and $2.58, where multiple moving averages converge. A breakout above this range could see XRP push toward $2.74, completing the V pattern and setting the stage for further gains. If momentum continues, XRP could revisit its monthly high of $2.84, representing a 30% increase from its current price. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.